Have you ever truly considered how well you understand what genuinely brings a woman pleasure during intimacy? Many men, even those with extensive experience, might not realize they are making mistakes that prevent their partners from fully enjoying the moment. It's time to face the truth and delve into this delicate topic to understand how the type of penetration can be key to her satisfaction. We'll explore how to genuinely sense a woman's desires and understand what truly pleases her. From pace and speed to choice of positions and emotional connection, every aspect matters. Today's exploration of this topic can transform your intimate life and elevate your sexual relationship to a new level. Even if you are confident in your knowledge, you might still discover something new. Ahead, we will discuss how to regulate the pace and depth of penetration for maximum pleasure, how to foster communication with your partner to understand her true desires, and how to avoid common mistakes men make in bed. Furthermore, we'll uncover the importance of foreplay, methods for combining penetration with additional stimulation to intensify sensations, and examine sexual positions that promote deeper physical and emotional connection. Later, you'll discover a position particularly favored by many women and why. Let's begin by debunking the myth of penetration. For years, media and culture have perpetuated a simplified view of sex, prioritizing male pleasure. Penetration was often considered the foundation of female pleasure, though in reality, sexual satisfaction results from a complex interplay of many factors. Often, it's a combination of various stimuli, not just penetration, that leads a woman to climax. This is where the importance of open dialogue and communication comes to the forefront. One of the most common mistakes in intimacy is assuming your partner is enjoying herself without directly asking. Men often believe that methods that worked with one woman or were seen in movies will suit everyone. However, the reality is that each person is unique, with their own preferences. Without asking, it's impossible to know what your partner truly likes. The key to open dialogue is creating a trusting atmosphere where communication flows naturally. Many avoid these conversations due to shyness, fear of rejection, or simply not knowing how to start. Yet, these very conversations can significantly strengthen intimacy in a relationship. A simple question, such as, "Do you like how we're doing this?" or "What would you like to try?" can be the beginning of a deep discussion about sexual desires and expectations. For such conversations to feel unforced and comfortable, they should be as natural as any other aspect of your relationship. It's also crucial to understand that preferences can change over time. What brought pleasure at 20 might differ from what's desired at 40 or 50. As bodies and perceptions of pleasure evolve with age, sex is a dynamic process, and continuous communication is necessary to adapt intimate life to both partners' needs and desires. Now, let's talk about rhythm. During penetration, many men mistakenly believe that a constant and fast pace is what will lead their partner to orgasm. However, many women prefer a varied pace. Monotony can become tiresome, and instead of intensifying arousal, it can cause sensations to dull over time. Imagine penetration as a dance, where two bodies move in unison, but with variations that maintain excitement and anticipation. Sexual pleasure, especially for women, is closely linked to changes in rhythm. Just like in an engaging conversation, it's not just about the speed of speech, but how you manage tone, volume, and tempo to keep interest. In sex, alternating fast and slow movements enhances sensations, creating a richer and more complex experience. For many women, it's important to start with a slow and gentle pace. This approach allows the body and mind to attune to the act. The goal isn't merely to reach climax as quickly as possible, but to enjoy the entire process, which the right tempo can facilitate. Imagine you are crafting a story, where each movement adds a layer of pleasure and excitement. It's not just about increasing the speed of penetration, but also knowing when it's appropriate to slow down, pause, or speed up again, which helps maintain intensity. Varying the pace in intimacy impacts not only physical sensations but also the psychological state. The anticipation of the next movement can create thrilling expectation. Alternating fast and slow movements creates a range of sensations, keeping your partner's attention in the present moment and enhancing the emotional and physical connection between partners. It's important to remember that preferences for penetration depth are individual. Some women prefer deep penetration, while others prefer a more shallow approach with greater control over the pace. Experimenting with depth and paying attention to your partner's reactions is crucial. Depth of penetration requires careful consideration, as deep penetration can be uncomfortable if not done correctly. However, when managed properly and with an appropriate level of arousal, deep penetration can be extremely pleasurable. This aspect requires open communication and a willingness to experiment. Certain positions facilitate deeper penetration, while others are more suitable for shallower penetration with greater control. During intercourse, it's vital to pay attention to your partner's signals. If she shows signs of discomfort or doesn't appear relaxed, it might indicate that deep penetration is not pleasurable for her at that moment. Conversely, a positive reaction to adjusting the depth is a sign you are on the right track. A greater degree of depth can indicate you are on the right path. The ideal depth is typically related to the sexual position you choose. For example, positions like missionary allow for more control over depth, while others, such as doggy style, tend to go deeper. By experimenting with different positions and adjusting depth based on your partner's reaction, you can find what works best for both of you. Changing positions during intercourse not only keeps things interesting but also allows you to explore various angles of penetration that can stimulate different areas of the body. For instance, while the missionary position is one of the most common and facilitates direct penetration, it may not be the most effective for stimulating the G-spot, which is extremely sensitive for many women. The world of sexual positions is full of surprises. Some women enjoy more traditional alternatives, like the missionary position, as it facilitates physical contact with their partner, which can be crucial for emotional connection during sex. On the other hand, there are those who prefer more dynamic positions, such as woman on top or side-lying positions, which give them greater control over the pace and depth of penetration. One of the positions most valued by many women is the woman on top position, as it allows them to regulate both the pace and depth of penetration, thereby adapting the experience to their needs and preferences in the moment. Additionally, being on top can foster a more intense visual and emotional connection, enhancing pleasure during the encounter. If your partner likes the idea of taking control, this is an excellent option for both of you to maximize enjoyment. Changing positions not only diversifies sexual contact but also allows for exploring different angles of penetration that can stimulate sensitive areas of the body, such as the G-spot or clitoris. During penetration, a small adjustment in angle can significantly alter your partner's experience, so don't hesitate to experiment and observe how her body reacts to these changes. We must not forget about additional stimulation. While penetration is an important component of intercourse, it is not the only factor contributing to female pleasure. For many women, the clitoris is the primary source of pleasure, and combining penetration with its stimulation can be key to elevating the sensation to a new level. It's not necessary to focus exclusively on penetration as the sole path to orgasm. Using hands or toys to stimulate the clitoris during penetration can enhance pleasure and make the experience more enriching. The clitoris is one of the most sensitive areas of the female body, and it is crucial to understand how its stimulation can enhance pleasure during penetration. Traditional views of sexuality often overemphasize vaginal penetration as the main source of female pleasure. In reality, for many women, the clitoris plays a much more important role in achieving orgasm. Introducing clitoral stimulation during penetration can radically transform intimacy, providing a dual rush of sensations that multiply pleasure. Some women report that the simultaneous combination of penetration with manual stimulation or the use of sex toys allows them to achieve a faster and deeper orgasm. There's no need to bear all the burden, as modern sex toys come to the rescue for external stimulation, making penetration just one part of the overall sensual experience. Coordination is key here. Additional stimulation should not disrupt the rhythm or depth of penetration but rather harmoniously combine with them, enhancing enjoyment. Furthermore, clitoral stimulation carries an element of special intimacy. By including it in intercourse, you demonstrate attention to your partner's needs and a desire to explore different paths to her satisfaction. This combination is particularly effective when you can pick up on your partner's body signals, as every subtle reaction will tell you when to intensify, ease up, or shift focus. Another aspect often overlooked is pleasure that extends beyond mere physical sensations, encompassing mental and emotional components. The emotional connection between partners plays a fundamental role. Sex is not just a physical act, it's a way to communicate and share intimacy with another person. For many women, a sense of emotional closeness with their partner is a prerequisite for fully enjoying the sexual experience. In the absence of a strong emotional connection, pleasure can be compromised. Feeling comfortable and safe is essential for deriving satisfaction from a sexual experience, so it is crucial to work on strengthening the emotional bond outside the bedroom. Simple details, such as candid conversations, spending quality time together, or showing care and love for your partner, can significantly strengthen this connection. With an emotional connection, penetration feels completely different, experiences become more vivid and enjoyable for both. The trust that arises from a strong emotional bond allows each person to freely express their desires and preferences, transforming the sexual act into a dynamic and satisfying process. This is also where foreplay comes in, a vital component of sexual contact that is often neglected. Many are eager to move quickly to penetration, missing the time needed for foreplay. However, foreplay is key to preparing a woman's body and ensuring she is fully aroused before penetration. It includes caresses, kisses, and other forms of stimulation that intensify arousal. Beyond physically preparing your partner's body, foreplay also creates an emotional and psychological connection. The time spent at this stage builds trust and increases intimacy, making penetration a more enjoyable moment. When both enjoy foreplay, the sexual experience becomes more complete and less rushed. Good foreplay doesn't necessarily have to be long or complex. The main thing is attention and care, stroking erogenous zones, passionate kisses, and just a few minutes dedicated to exploring your partner's body can significantly impact the quality of subsequent sex. Furthermore, foreplay allows both to synchronize with each other's needs and desires, making penetration more pleasant and satisfying for both. A fundamental aspect of foreplay is its ability to build anticipation. The expectation of what's to come intensifies sensations and makes penetration much more profound. When both bodies are fully connected and ready for action, sensations are amplified, leading to deeper satisfaction. It's important to note that the rhythm of foreplay should harmonize with intercourse. If you start in a rush, the physical connection may not be as intense. Conversely, if you take the time to ensure your partner is fully ready before proceeding, the outcome will be a rewarding experience. Thus, foreplay is not only physical preparation but also emotional, as it sets the tone for the rest of the encounter. It's important to remember that every woman is unique. Sexual preferences vary significantly from person to person, and what may be pleasurable for one will not necessarily be enjoyed by another. This highlights that the key to a satisfying sex life is continuous exploration. Do not assume that what your partner likes today will remain unchanged tomorrow, as people and their desires evolve. Experimentation is important even in long-term sexual relationships. Trying new positions, rhythms, and techniques not only keeps the spark alive but also allows you to discover new ways to enjoy sex and avoid monotony. Don't hesitate to explore something new and ask your partner if there's anything they'd like to experience. Sexuality is a field open to creativity, and the more willing you both are to explore it, the richer the experience will be. It's vital to understand that a sexual experience doesn't have to be flawless to be pleasurable. Unforeseen situations are perfectly natural. The key factors are creating a comfortable environment, maintaining open and honest dialogue, and striving for mutual satisfaction of desires and needs. Sexual satisfaction is based not only on technique but also on a deep emotional and physical connection between partners. Here is a detailed 7-day action plan designed to enhance sexual and emotional harmony in a couple. Day 1. Open communication. Begin with an honest conversation with your partner. Inquire about their preferences and desires. It's crucial to set aside shyness and preconceptions, simply listen, and be open to new sensations and experiments. Day 2. Foreplay as a priority. Dedicate special attention to foreplay, exploring caresses, kisses, and gentle touches to erogenous zones. The goal is to intensify arousal and strengthen emotional connection before intercourse. It is recommended to dedicate at least 10 minutes to this stage. Day 3, Exploring Rhythm. During intercourse, experiment with rhythm, alternating slow and fast movements. Observe your partner's reactions and adapt your actions. It's important to create a rich and sensual experience, avoiding haste. Day 4, Additional Stimulation. Try combining penetration with additional stimulation, such as clitoral caresses. For many women, this can significantly enhance pleasure. It's important to coordinate movements to maintain the harmony of the interaction. Day 5, Post-intimacy emotional connection. After intercourse, take time to discuss the sensations, note what you liked, and possible improvements. Sex is not only a physical but also an emotional interaction. It is important that the conversation is sincere and benevolent. Day 6, Experiment with positions. Try a new sexual position. Ask your partner what positions they are interested in. This can add excitement and open up new dimensions of pleasure. Day 7, Reflection and Enjoyment. Set aside time to reflect on the experience gained. Express appreciation to your partner for their willingness to experiment and explore together. Enjoy every moment and maintain open communication.